Live Farmer 73 here, and I want to say guava. Guava to everybody. People is asking me, new people are asking me, what does guava mean? It's kind of like aloha. It means hello. It means I love you. It means thank you. It means goodbye. It's all the positive stuff you could think of. And sometimes I say guava for the opposite. There she is, my Renaissance grandma. How you doing? It's good to see you. If you ain't first, you're last. That's right. How you doing, Journey? It's good to see everybody in here. Rambo Greenhands, how you doing, my brother? Salute. Almeida, I think it was. EV, how you doing? Gratitude and Grace, how you doing? Steel Farms, what's going on? Rest Haven Ranch, Need to Know, how y'all doing? Yes, sir. Evolved, how you doing? Granny Karma Homestead, how you doing, my sister? It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. I'm going to say this before we get started. If you can see me, give me a thumbs up. If you can see me and hear me, give me 2 thumbs up. If you can see me and hear me clear, give me 3 thumbs up. Could you do that for me so I can know? So I don't be talking to myself for the next hour or so. How you doing, Jay Thompson? Hey, Sam Whittle. Hey, Talisha. Patience Saint in the house. How you doing, Just One Ella? Old Head, Adina Collins. Rhea, how you doing? Thank you, everybody, for that confirmation. Thank you so much. Shout of y'all, how you doing? Amy and Aqua Loves Garden, how you doing? Erica King, Ant for Barbecue, my brother, how you doing? I really don't want to keep y'all that long. I just want to, with everything going on, I want to, I did a video, well, I released the video yesterday, but I did that video like a week or so ago. I want to let everybody know that everybody was telling me about my GPS was on and you could hear her voice. I could hear the GPS voice too. I didn't mean for I didn't mean for that cuz it was disruptive to the video for anything. But people was worried about my location. I was not nowhere near anything that got anything to do with me. I was on my way to go pick up a bunch of empty barrels, and I didn't quite know where I was going. So everybody was concerned about me giving my personal location to my house or my land or anything. I was nowhere close to any of that. So just in case you guys were worried, and I saw that you were worried, I would if people wanted to follow me wherever they listen to that GPS, they're going to be somewhere close to where I picked those barrels up. And imagine how far I was. I needed a GPS. So, okay. So I appreciate all of that for everybody. I needed to get that out the way. Now, talking about appreciation is why I'm here today. I have been feeling anxious and I have been feeling like I'm behind the 8 ball. How you doing, Piedmont Prepper? How you doing? I have been feeling that feeling of hurry up, hurry, rush, rush, put things together before it's too late. This is kind of like a addition to the video that I put out yesterday. Right, my Renaissance grandma. She said I didn't worry because I knew better. Exactly. I never go live with the GPS on normally anyway, just because. So I don't want nobody following behind me. Brian says trust in God. Nope. It ain't about that, Brian, and no disrespect whatsoever. And of course, I just got through reading my Bible. It's not anything against God, and a lot of people use that as fuel to not do anything. So that's why I don't really like hearing that, because I do trust in God, but people think that all you have to do is trust in God. You don't have to put in no works. So that's why I kind of throw that to the side, because a lot of people misuse that completely. A lot of people keep saying don't worry and you need to go chill out and stuff like that. Though that's the devil to me. When people say, "Oh, it's nothing to worry about," you just tripping. That is the whole devil to me. That's the devil telling me. Somebody told me to go get a beer, relax, chill, everything gonna be okay. That's the words of Satan himself to me. Because I was literally just rereading the book of Noah, right? In Genesis. Where on God's green earth did God tell Noah to chill? I was just reading that just because I got all these messages that kept saying like, "Oh, you just overthinking it, or you gonna blow your heart out trying to overwork yourself and this and that and everything else." And where, where in the Bible did God tell Noah to relax, take a day off? You and your family, y'all go on a vacation. Somebody told me to go on a vacation. I need a vacation. A vacation from what? And I'm not knocking the people that said that. I'm just telling you, those are not good words. They are not good words. In a situation like we're all in right now, telling people to relax, calm down, chill, go take a vacation, drink a beer, have some wine, you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's the last thing that anybody needs to be doing right now. I'm sorry. I'd rather blow my heart out working as hard as I can to prepare for the worst to come than be sitting around and blow your heart out from drinking too much alcohol and beer and smoking and all that, trying to relax. No, thank you. Now, I'm going to say this. Every time Noah kept kind of questioning what he was doing, like, why am I doing this? God kept reminding him, nah, get back to it. Get back to it. Stop asking so many stupid questions. I already told you what I need you to do. It's not what else you want to know where to get some tools at? Because that's all the questions I'm answering. I'm telling you, the reason I came on this video today is because I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. Uh I'm so thankful that I listened. I'm so thankful that I listened to y'all sometime. It's certain things in my life. I'm listening to y'all's advice. I'm so thankful I listened to my wife. I'm so thankful I listened to my mother. I'm so thankful I listened to my father. And I'm so thankful I listened to all my friends. And I'm so thankful I listened to God. I am thankful that I did not listen to the people that said I was crazy. Everything that I said and everything that I thought is happening. Does anybody remember when I was sitting in my trailer in a Kroger parking lot about 3 in the morning? I did like a 2 or 3 hour live in the parking lot of a Kroger. Early last summer. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning. And I kept saying, something ain't right. It feels like something bad about to happen. And I did touch on it politically a little bit. And I was like, this ain't normal. I felt like normalcy is not going to take place. I said this in the video. If you go back and watch it, I'll link it to this video after this video is off. But I said, I felt like common sense will be thrown out the window. Anything has anything to do with common sense is going to be thrown out the window. And that's why I was feeling that way. I said anything that has anything to do with decency and normalcy is going to be thrown out the window. Did y'all remember that? I said that. And everybody told me then, in the middle of the night, Led, you tripping. You overthinking it. Nothing's going to happen. There's no way they'll put that person back in office because he's a criminal, da 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 da. He did this, that, and the other thing. The American people will never blah, 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 blah. And I said, I don't trust people. I know how things are supposed to go, but I don't trust people at all. So when you have no normalcy, you have no decency, you have no morals, and you have no spirituality, everything else is demonic, really. And that's what's happening. And I was reflecting on that today. And that is what helped me or prompted me to do this video. Because out of all of the hundreds, if not thousands of people that said, I'm crazy, I'm tripping, that's not what's going to happen, Led, you doing too much, blah, blah, blah. Look where we are. So I am thankful. I am so thankful that I did not listen to those people. I'm so thankful I listened to that whisper in my head. I'm thankful that I made. Let me tell you this. I was about to buy this land. Well, I was out on a hunt to buy more land. And certain people in my family thought I had lost my mind. Like, you already sitting on a couple acres. Why would you want to buy more mass acreage? Why would you spend your money? Like, why would you go broke? Because I went broke buying this land. Why would you go broke purchasing land? That what are you going to do with it? Like, you got land already on a lake with a brick house. I'm thankful that nothing nobody said to me, I didn't listen to any of it. And I'm talking about it was close family, close friends that thought I was nuts. Said that's ridiculous. It ain't gonna work. That's not a good idea. We can invest money in other things. I'm glad I never listened. Something kept me up at night. Something kept on murmuring in my head. You better buy that land right now. I kept having this anxious feeling at that time. Get this land right now. And I went so hard. I got so much video footage of all the land properties that I went across the country and seen. I was in Florida. I was in Georgia. I was in North Carolina. I was in South Carolina. I was in Mississippi. I was all over the map. Y'all remember? Looking for that perfect plot of land. That's why everybody was like, why you keep bouncing around the country? Y'all seen me in all these different places. I shook a lot of y'all hands, and that's what I was doing. Hey, Gina versus Gina. Hey, Adina Collins. Fresh and Fire. How y'all doing? Well, that's what I was doing. Something inside me told me, man, I don't know what's wrong, but you better get on top of it. I'm going to say this too. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. And now I'm not false flagging. Right now, I'm being as honest as I possibly can. When people were telling me I was crazy for all the things that I was doing, the preparations and the land purchasing, going broke to purchase land, I'm going to be honest. I even doubted myself because I was thinking, what am I going to purchase land that's all these hours away from my house for? Like, am I moving there? Am I selling my house? Am I ready for that or blah blah blah? Why? Why? And I'm gonna be totally honest with you, family. Sometime it didn't even make no sense to me. And I sat there like, I don't want to give away all this money. This is my nest egg, right? This was my nest egg. And I was real comfortable. I was real cushiony. I could do what I want with that nice lump sum of money put away. And I'm telling you, purchasing the land was bittersweet. I'm going to be honest. Purchasing the land was bittersweet because now I'm sitting on top of a nice amount of acres, but at the same time, I'm broke. So everybody keep wondering why I got so many piles of junk around my land and why you see me all this work I need to do, but ain't nothing happening. I said I was gonna move the RV, but it's still there. That's because you need money to do this. So nothing made sense when I purchased this land. You're not gonna have money to develop it. You're not going to have money to get rid of some of these structures around here. You're not going to have that for a long time. So why are you doing it? You're going to have those same questions in your head with whatever you're doing right now. And you're going to have people tell you you're crazy. You're going to have people tell you that you're crazy all the way until you start believing it yourself. I sat a many a day thinking, yeah, why am I'm going to be 100% honest again. I've even honestly got to a point where I was like, why did I do this? What? Why did I buy this land? I didn't need no more land. I'm sitting on a couple acres and I could walk out my backyard straight to the lake. I got land at my house that I don't even use across the creek. Why am I bothering, you know? So I even not just doubted myself, but in the long run, not the long run, but afterwards, I was saying to myself, why did I do this? What did I do this for? I can't even justify any of this nonsense. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I didn't go off my own understanding. Because to me, none of this make no sense. To a lot of you, none of this make no sense. None of it. None of it. And it frankly still don't. But it's not supposed to make sense all the time. Sometimes you supposed to, you know what my dad used to say? Shut up and ride. I would be in the back seat of his old Ford LTD. And Dad, is we going to the toy store? Dad, how much money is we getting for allowance? Dad, is you got enough money? Did you get your income tax check? Dad, he'd be like, hey, shut up. Sit back and ride. Look out the window. That's what my dad used to tell me. Everything ain't for you to know, because even if my father would have told me half of the stuff that we were about to do or told me the places that we was about to go, I wouldn't understand it anyway. And imagine this, if he told me we're going to the dentist, well, sometime we were, that was gonna ruin me, and I was gonna tense up and be like I'm going to the dentist, and and ruin everything. So sometimes, shut up, listen, sit back and ride. Look out the window. Enjoy what he meant by look out the window. Enjoy the ride because we probably going to the dentist. You probably about to go get some booster shots, something. Sometimes shut up and listen. If you being told something, you know, I'm going to ask y'all a question. How many people when you're at work or you're at school, especially school, if you've ever been to college, high school, whatever, if you've ever been in any kind of educational program that's teaching you something where the instructor is trying to speak, and right when the instructor is giving you the part where you pull out your pen and you ready to write, because this is the part you've been waiting to listen to, and you're ready to write this down, somebody say, "Oh yeah, because that's what had happened to my dad. One time we was da 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 da." When I was in nursing school, we had this one girl. Oh my, I don't see how she is going to be able to help anybody in the medical field. She's the first one. We ain't asked for your input. Shut up and listen to the instructor. But every time the instructor is speaking or teaching, she want to add her situation or her experience to this that ain't got nothing to do with her. That be happening to me, y'all. She'll look back at the whole class. That be happening to me. Because sometimes, when I'm done, we like, shut up. Even the instructor would be like, oh, here we go. We're going to be, now the class is veered off for the next 15 to 20 minutes. It's a 2-hour class. But now the class is off track because now everybody, since she blurted out her experience, now everybody want to talk about their experience with this situation. To the point the instructor got to say, hey, pipe down. Let's get back to it. You're paying for college or school, and you just missed 15 or 20 minutes worth of your education that you just paid for. Listening to something nitwit that people won't gone. The reason I told you that story is it's the same as sometimes, man, just shut up and take notes. The father did not ask you for your input yet. And frankly, your input is probably going to be wrong. Shut up, listen, pay attention, and take notes to whatever he is telling you. And stop listening to them people in your life that keep saying, yeah, because that's what happened to me, though. And that's what I feel. And that's why I feel so thankful. I'm so thankful that I didn't listen. I'm so thankful that I didn't pay attention to the naysayers. I'm so thankful that I didn't let the trolls and the wicked people, even here on this platform, veer me off my track. I'm so thankful that I had the willpower to stay away from people that's going to do me harm. I'm so thankful that I did not go back and forth with people that started beef with me over the years, because there would have been no winners in that situation. No matter what they said about me over the years, I did not respond. I responded one time and I noticed that I lost. Even though I won, I lost. Even though I proved my point, I lost. Because people don't want to hear that. So I'm glad that I was, at the time, smart enough to listen to people around me say, stop addressing those people. It's hurting you. As bad as I wanted to get in the fight, I'm so glad I listened to people like my wife and my mom say, you're bigger than that. You're better than that. You have to come down here to fight them. You understand? You have to get on your hands and knees down here to fight these little people. They're looking up at you and punching up. Stop coming down to their level, because if you come down to their level, you're going to lose. And like my father used to say, you want the tactical advantage and you want the high point. You want to be on top of the mountain aiming down. So you got two things you can do when you're on top of the mountain. You can take them all out, because you up there. You can look down and take them all out because you can see them. They can't see you. Or you can let them destroy themselves while they're traveling up that mountain trying to get to you. Be quiet. It's guerrilla warfare. Let them destroy themselves in the jungle trying to get up to the top to get to you. If you start shooting now, you're going to waste all your ammunition trying to pick all them off. They are not from here. They're going to come through this jungle and the jungle will devour them. So by the time they get to the top, you only going to have to waste 2 or 3 bullets. Guerrilla warfare. And that's how I've been doing my whole life. And over the last 8 years, I focus on that. Leave people, let them to their own devices, let them talk. They will destroy and devour themselves trying to get to you. So by the time you got the champion of these nitwits get to you, you can take them out easy. They done already proved themselves to be a liar and a thief. So I'm glad I listened. I'm so thankful for my wife. I'm so thankful that I am listening to whatever is guiding me this direction. I'm so thankful. And it's a lot of y'all right now is wondering, like, you people in your family, they think you crazy. They think you putting food away, stashing money under your mattress, and all. They think you're crazy. You're getting leaner. You trying to lose weight. You're trying to get healthier because you know there may be a time coming, Lord help us, that you may have to run. This ain't normal no more. There may be a time coming, and we've all been preparing for this for years, and we've been talking about it for years, but now it's upon us, and it feel like retreating is a prep. It's not always offensive. You don't always run into battle to win the fight. Sometimes retreating is tactical. And if you can't retreat because of your health condition that you did, not because you have a handicap, I'm talking about a health condition that you put upon yourself because you won't focus on what belongs in your mouth or not, and you can't run because of that, you may fail. I'm thankful that I listened to that voice that told me that's enough eating Twinkie dogs. Okay? That's enough. Nobody forced me to start eating better. Nobody forced me to watch my doggone labels. Nobody forced me. As a matter of fact, when I told my wife and I'm asking her questions, she's like, what's with all this? These questions about what you trying to do? I said, well, I'm just trying to, just do a little better. I ain't tell her I'm on no diet. I ain't tell her I'm trying to eat better. I ain't tell her I'm working on my weight. I ain't tell her I'm working on my physical. Nothing. I just said, just trying to do a little better. And she gave me information that I needed, and I've been listening, I've been following, and it's been working. I'm glad I listened to the voice that told me enough is enough. Because sometimes that voice come in your head, enough is enough, and you don't pay no mind. You don't listen. You like, tomorrow. It'll be, enough will be enough tomorrow. And, you know, and tomorrow might be the time you end up in the emergency room. I'm glad I'm listening. I bought this wood stove and I still can't financially justify it. Well, I can now. But every time I realized how expensive it was getting to install this wood stove, I shook my head. I promise you, family, and you've done the same. You know how many times I went back into my receipt box looking for the receipt to return this wood stove? You know how many times I went back into my receipt box and looked for the smokestack receipt so I could take all these smokestacks back? You know how many times I looked for the receipt to find half this stuff to take it back? Because I was like, yeah, maybe I'm doing too much. I don't need no doggone 50,000 BTU wood stove in no little shed. I can't even count how many times this wood stove done saved our lives just since I've had it. I'm telling you this, family, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I know we all in an uphill battle, but yo, be thankful though. Be thankful that you're one of the only ones in your tribe or in your family listening. Be thankful for that. Be thankful for that. This wood stove, now that everything's been solidified, utility costs will go into outer space. Utility costs will go into outer space, not through the roof. It will go into outer space. Utility costs is to heat your home, and I feel bad for my northerners. To cool your house down, I feel bad for my southerners. Because the energy cost to heat and cool your home is going to go, you're not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to afford it. I don't care how much money you got. Electricity, your power, you will not be able to afford it. Your water bill, you will not be able to afford it because these people are making it so they're trying to put a price tag on everything. And I remember the comedian Earthquake. Do y'all remember the comedian Earthquake? Regular gun guy in the house. What's up, brother? The comedian Earthquake. This was back in the early 90s, probably the late 80s, early 90s. One of the jokes that got him famous was air is going to start costing money. And he said, put my air in my mama name. That was his joke that sent him into where he is now. And frankly, he should be bigger than that. He said, can you put my air in my mama name? Because he said, the way things are and the prices going up, this is way back in the early 90s. They gonna make us start paying for air. You know, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I even think he started saying they gonna start making us pay for water too. Look where we are today. We are literally purchasing with our hard-earned money bottled water. We're purchasing one of the freest commodities on the planet by the ton. We're purchasing bottled water. We'll drink the water that somebody just put into these bottles out of their own tap in their own kitchen. And then you're throwing the plastic out the window to end up in a landfill and choke out all the damn sea life. Think about what I just said. We purchased the water bottles, drink the water that was free in the first place, and throw the plastic out the window so it'll choke out all the wildlife and choke out all the sea creatures and pollute the earth. It'll never go anywhere. It's not going to break down and go anywhere for at least another 100 years. Imagine that. He said that back in the early 90s, and we laughed. He's a comedian, so we laughed because that's hilarious. He he made a joke about us paying for water and air, and we laughed because that's hilarious. And here we are today. It is not freaking funny because we are paying for it right now, willingly. I'm so thankful that I got friends, real friends, in my corner. I'm so thankful that I got real family members, even though they know I'm a little off sometime, for them to tell me you was right. I thank you for that. Just for having the honesty to see what I'm doing seemed crazy at first. But you'll see. You'll see. I'm telling you. I don't know why. I I'm just thankful for having people around me like that. If you don't have people around you like that, that can admit when they wrong, get away from them. It's gonna hurt your feelings. It may hurt their feelings, but they are not there for your best interest. When I say find your folks, find the people who's like-minded. I'm not talking about because y'all like the same TV show, or y'all like, y'all both like camping, or y'all both like prepping, or some. When I say find your folks, find your squad, find your like-minded people, I mean y'all on one accord. Period. What threatens you threatens them. What makes you feel great makes them feel great. When I say on one accord, I mean on one accord. Those are your folks. Listen to what I'm saying. Your friends are the ones that y'all might like the same subjects, prepping, I don't know, 2A. Y'all might like all of these certain things, gardening. Those are your friends. Your squad, your folks are on one accord. When you hurt, I'm hurt. When you happy, I'm happy. If we going to fight, we going to fight together. You got the bullets and I got the arms. Let's go. That is what we need right now. Not no fly by night type folks around. I don't want, listen, no disrespect. I cannot, this is a better way to put it. I cannot afford to have them people around me right now. All them fly by nights, it ain't that I don't like them or want them. I cannot afford to have you around me because I'm not thinking about just me. The decisions that we make today, see, and I'm going to say this, I'm halfway off this rock. Okay, I done spent a lot of time here. I got a lot of miles on me. So the decisions that I'm making now are for my children and my children's children. All the decisions that I'm making now, from everything I purchase to everything I do, is for my children's and my children's children's future. It's not about me anymore. If you disrupt the flow of what I have in store for my children, stay away from me. You're not hurting me. You're hurting my children. Now I'm going to ask y'all this. Would you hang out with somebody that violated your child? Would you hang out with somebody that kept your child from going to college? Would you hang out with somebody that don't mind other people being racially unfair to your child? Would you hang out with somebody that don't mind that? Would you hang out with somebody that made it unfair for your child to go to college? Would you, and they don't mind it. Would you hang out with anybody like that? Okay, that's my point exactly. It to me, it's like, listen, no disrespect to nobody. We are not on one accord. I listen that meet at the bar, have a drink, that we can do, but the no, no, because people are not thinking. People are thinking today of themselves. We are all so selfish. We become so selfish. You thinking about your emotions. You thinking about how you feel right now and what is in it for you. And what I'm hearing in my head is preparing me so I can fix things for my future, my children, my grandchildren. See, I done did all my part. I ain't got too much left. So instead of me just sitting back and relaxing and going on vacation like everybody told me to do, no, work harder because they need this head start. You understand what I'm saying? I was born able to have a head start because I was born in an era where things wasn't too shabby. You could kind of equalize if or get ahead a little bit. That as of the other day is gone. My children will be treated unfairly. My children will have to work harder. My children will have to be told when and where they can and cannot do things. My children's freedom will not be like mine. My grandchildren I pray things change, but even they won't even be able to experience nothing I experienced. And if you are one of the people that helped that happen, mm, I'm not going to say, I'm trying to say it kind. I can't afford to have you around me. If you are a person that took your power and either wasted it or you accelerated the downfall of my children and everybody else's children, I cannot afford to have you around me. It's not that we're not okay. We're not on one accord. If we are not on one accord, hey, just everybody gonna be okay. People only know me on YouTube for about 15 years, and half the people basically 8 years. People will be all right without me, and I'll be all right without them. Go on your own separate path and live your life, and hopefully you listen to the whispers and whatever's telling you to go on your journey, go for it. But right now, I'm like Book of Eli. I'm like, stay on the path. On Book of Eli, them people was down there violating that woman up under that bridge. He looked down, knowing good and well he can go down there and stop that. He heard that whisper in his head. This is not your fight. I told you to go this way and do this. Stay on the path. Unfortunately, he had to let that take place. But look what he did. With him staying on his path and as bad as horrible things happening around him, he was able to actually help save the world. All these people end up dying around him because he would not help or intervene in situations. But he couldn't help the few, but he helped many by just listening, focusing, paying attention, and doing what he was told. Stay on the path. Nothing made sense to him, and he still stayed on the path. He did not try to make any excuses or try to figure out or explain to people why he's doing what he did, because there was no explanation. He just stayed on the path. And people looked at that as a Denzel Washington good movie, entertainment, yeah, highly rated. That was a message for the masses to me. The world need to listen to that. That movie needs to be taught in a college class. That movie needs to be inspected and taught and broke down and explained to in a college course. Look, pay attention to that movie. So to me, we're at critical. We're at that moment where just like you driving in your car and your gas light come on, bing, you know when your gas light come off. Everybody know their own personal car because I'm sure everybody has ran out of gas once or twice in their life. Me, unfortunately, I cannot count how many times I've ran out of gas on the road. When that gas light come on, your mind instantly knows I have about 5 more miles of fuel left. You know your car. Your car said it after the gas light come on, you have 20 miles of fuel left. You know your car better than that manual. You know you ain't got 20 miles left. You got about 5 to 6 miles max if you feather the gas pedal, right? Try to make it to that gas station. You don't try to keep on shopping. You don't try to keep going visiting people. You don't try to make it and go out of town and get on the expressway. No, you know what you do? You cut everything off. I don't care if I'm late for work, late for a doctor's appointment, late for my own surgery. I got to go to the gas station right now. You will run red lights, damn near get tickets, damn near take out a couple of pedestrians on the crosswalk because you know if I let off this gas, that's it. Wherever I stop, wherever he lay his hat is his home. When you run out of gas, that song come to your head. That's it. So you do everything in your power to get to that gas station because you know when that gas light come on, it's critical. Well, my gas light is on, y'all. And I'm not going to keep trying to jam it down people's throat no more. And I understand and I apologize for that like I have before. Because there's certain times, and I want to explain myself on that. When I sound like I'm being pushy, when I'm telling people to prepare and get yourself together, I am being pushy. Do I sound a little bossy when I'm saying prepare yourself and get yourself together? Absolutely, I sound bossy. Do I sound like a butthole? Yeah, I do sometimes, yes. I'm not making no excuses and I'm not saying I don't sound bossy. I'm not making no excuses and I'm not saying that sometimes I don't overdo it with overkill, trying to get people to get in gear. I have, and I have overstepped my bounds. I have. But I want to explain myself. The only reason I do that, and sometimes it's not appropriate, but I feel like it's almost like letting your friend have the keys to their car after they've been drinking at the bar all night. Every time one of us goes to the club, goes to an event, goes to the bar, you go with your friend and they think they can drive after partying all night. Oh, I just had 2 beers. I just had a couple glasses of wine. You will get into a fight with your best friend. You will get into a knockdown, drag out fist fight with your blood brother because you refuse to give him his car keys. You're going to have to knock me out and take these keys because I'm not giving them to you, right? After this fight, they don't get their keys. You throw his keys on top of a building. Trust me, I've done this several times. You done threw his keys on top of a damn convenience store building. Well, you know they ain't gonna get them for 3 or 4 days. That car gonna sit there till it either get towed or them people go get his keys off that roof that owns this store. He ain't gonna talk to you for the rest of the year. Y'all might fall out. Y'all might not be cool no more. Whatever. But you can rival in the joy that your friend or your family member can't stand your soul right now, but they're alive to make that choice. They can never deny you that. You can hate me all you want to. I don't care if you won't invite me to your wedding or your birthday. I don't care. You're alive to enjoy your wedding, your birthday, your child's first birth, the birth of your first child. You're alive. That's all I care about. You don't have to like me. So I can be overbearing sometime like that because I don't want to see or watch the news and see you upside down in a ditch and you done took out 4 or 5 other people with you because you wanted to drive home intoxicated. So what I mean by that is sometimes I can be a little overbearing because I don't want to see nothing bad happen to nobody. And clearly, some people cannot see. I used to think I was crazy. I'm not crazy. Some people don't, they cannot see what you see. They can't see it. As soon as whatever you just saw or said is going to happen, when it happened, what do your friend turn to you and say? Man, you sure was right about that. What's the name? You sure was right about that. What's the name? People can't see. It don't got to be no predictions or anything like that. People will walk across the street staring at their cell phone like this because they think since you're on your phone, you have the right of way. When people walk across the crosswalk, they think those little strips of yellow or white paint in the street is some kind of titanium wall that stops vehicles from killing you. So they let all their guard down and they think these little white strips and that sign that says you have the right of way to walk can stop these cars and trucks from erasing you off the planet Earth. So they go on without a care. They don't look back and forth, back and forth. I don't care if you got the walk sign. I don't care if the paint strips is here. I don't care if it's a railing here or a bridge. Pay attention to your surroundings. And it's a lot of people walking through Earth, walking through this world right now, just like they walk across that paint strip, going into the store or crossing the street. They think this paint that they're in the middle of gave them superpowers. And this truck cannot harm them. Some people can't see. I cross the road like a chicken. I cross the crosswalk, even at Walmart or wherever store you're going to. I cross the little crosswalk like this. I don't trust this dude in this car. He might be drunk. I don't trust this lady in her Jeep. She might be high. She don't care about these doggone strips. She don't care about this stop sign, and she don't care about that sign that say walk because they're high, drunk, intoxicated, not paying attention. So I walk through life constantly looking. And It's more people walking through this life that ain't paying attention than the ones that are. How many times have somebody grabbed your arm and pulled you back up on the curb like you about to kill your damn self? Right? How many times have somebody, whoa, came and grabbed you because you was so distant and not paying attention, you was about to walk out in the traffic. So to me, that's why sometimes it seems as I'm being a little overbearing because, and I admit it, I do be, because I don't want to see nothing happen to anybody that's rocking with me. Some people cannot see everything that we've been saying and seeing over just the last 8 to 12 years. Nobody believed it, and here we are. Everybody, I wish I could look everybody in the face that told me over the last 12 years, nothing's going to happen. You're overthinking it. You're perpetuating fear. You're fear mongering. I wish I could look all of them, troll or people, it don't matter. I wish I could look you in the face and sip my coffee and say, tell me more about what you were saying now. Please tell me. I'm all ears. Here we are. So with that, I am thankful that I did not listen to those people, those naysayers. I am thankful to Almighty God that I had the willpower to turn away from certain people and be like, but Lord, that's my friend. I know, that's just your friend. Don't get it twisted. That's only your friend, but that is not somebody you should be. Y'all not on one accord. Y'all not. That's your work associate. While y'all at work, y'all get along real good. Y'all hang out. After work, y'all punch out. Y'all go y'all separate ways. And that's how I'm rocking my life from now on. Listen, hey, when we in a certain place, we can hang out. But man, when it's time to punch the clock, man, you don't know nothing about my family. I don't know nothing about yours. You do whatever you do out there in your world, and I do whatever out here in mine. While we at work, we're best friends. When we punch the clock, I don't know you and probably couldn't pick you out of 100 people inside of the grocery store. That's that's how my life is going to go. If we are not on one accord fully, the only way we can rock is at work. When we doing something completely different, when we're not on in our world, we in somebody else's world, we belong to somebody else's space, we can rock. Other than that, no. Because yo, the decisions that's being made right now is not necessarily affecting me. They're affecting my children. And I've done all this for my children. I put in all this work, and I've been guarding. I've been protecting, looking over, looking after, and guarding all of my children like a mother bird for over 30 years. I moved to South Carolina because the city and the hometown I was in was dangerous. And all of my friends and family and people I knew was getting killed every day. Children was getting killed in drive-bys. And I uprooted my children against everybody's wishes because I did not want to get a knock on the door and say one of my babies been struck by a stray bullet. So I got us as far away from that crap as I possibly could. Did my kids hate me for it? Yes, they did. They hated leaving their home, the place they was born, all their friends and their little girlfriends and boyfriends. They hated me for that. But I told them I'm doing this for you. You don't even understand yet. Someday you will. You will understand why I am taking this sacrifice. I'm taking the lump on the head. I'm taking your criticism. I'm taking your hatred towards me because something you don't understand that daddy sees. Okay? Daddy sees something that you don't understand yet, but you will. I've been gardening, looking after and nurturing my children all these years to get them to a better position. And now I got a kid in college, I got a chef, and I got a certified mechanic. I'm so proud of them. I worked hard to help them get in better positions and have a decent life. And for the people that think that I'm acting funny because I don't want to be bothered with you because you made it so you just screwed that up for them after all the work I put in, you help erase that, stay the fuck away from me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for my language, but I meant every word of it. If you helped these people make my children's future more difficult than it had to be, stay away from me. Please. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no stank. I don't want nothing at all, nothing like that, because that's not me. All I ask, just leave me alone. Because I feel like my children won't get a chance to have the kind of equality, which we really ain't have equality, but they'll be even less so. They're going to have to work even harder. They're going to have to need to make more money just to achieve a third of what I was able to achieve in my generation. If if you help that to happen in any way, form, or fashion, stay away from me. I don't mind if you don't like me. It's okay. I get it. We are not on one accord. I am so thankful that I have listened. I'm so thankful. And I even tell you, I normally don't share my prayers with nobody. I will share one prayer that I'm so thankful. I will share one prayer. I always pray for willpower. I'm so thankful. Out of all the prayers that I pray for, willpower is up on the top of my list because people around you will distract you and make you feel sorry for them, just like on Book of Eli. Help me. Or we friends, how can you do this to me? Yada, yada, yada. You are not on one accord, and this is not your path. This is not your journey. Stop listening to them. Stay away from them. It's me and him. He told me to do this, and that's what I'm doing. That's all. It don't got to make sense to absolutely nobody. And I get it. I understand. But, you know. So I'm going to end this video out with telling you again, I am so thankful. I'm so thankful I listened. You know what? One night, one night, my mother told me, I'll never forget this. Don't, excuse me. One night, my mother told me, don't go with your friends tonight. I said, why? And I never talked back to my mama. I never asked my mama why, like I'm one of them kids on one of these uh, sitcoms, badass kids. I never done that to my mom. But that night, why do I gotta stay home? Why can't I go? Of course, she smacked me across my doggone face. I get mad, go upstairs in my room, yell out my window, told my friends they stand out there. Can't go, man. For real? Come on, man. Can't go. I'm mad at my mom. I'm up there acting a fool. My dad come up there, clown me. That night, one of my friends tried to rob a 7-Eleven and lost his life. And that's how I feel right now. As angry as I was at my mother, my parents for not letting me do whatever the hell I wanted to do, if I would have had it my way, that would have been my funeral, probably. I was forced to listen. After that experience, I never did that to my mom ever again. And I pray she forgive me to this day. Even though that was like, it's almost over 45 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever it's been. I pray that she forgive me. And I never crossed her like that again, because it's the same happening now. If you don't listen to that voice telling you, this ain't good for you, this ain't right, what you should be doing. And I remember her telling me, it just hit me in my head. She said, you ain't even did your homework. How was you gonna go out with your friends? She didn't have no clue what we was going to do. You ain't even did your chores and you ain't did your homework. Hell no, you ain't going nowhere. You knew what you were supposed to be doing. Think of this. I need you to think of this. You knew what you were supposed to be doing. You didn't do it. You had chores to do in the house. You were supposed to be doing your homework. You didn't do them. You too busy hanging with your friends, right? Listen how this worked when you think about it. If I would have been doing what I was told to do my house chores, and turn around and do my homework, which I would have been supposed to do, I would have never even ran into my friends at the store to even want to hang out with them to go do some crazy stuff. See how that looked? See how that two timelines? I would have never even met up with my friends in the first place. To even that whole scenario, that whole situation would have never ever happened if I was supposed to be doing what I was supposed to be doing, my chores and my homework, the things that was told to me, the assignment that was given to me, the assignment that I knew I was supposed to do, what I was supposed to be doing this for me in my future. I'm supposed to be on that. I'm not on that. I'm on some bull. That is no different than what I feel right now. Keep doing whatever the hell you being told to do. It's not your mom and dad no more. They may not be here anymore, but you still hear their voice in your head telling you, you know that ain't right. Cut that out. You still hear their voice. You still hear the voice of the Father in your head too. I put you on a mission and you're not doing it. I put you on a mission and you ain't doing it. You keep making excuses. So when you feel my wrath, do not question me. Because I put you on that mission so you don't have to feel this. But if you don't listen, you're going to get yours. So don't ask why and don't ask what did I do. Don't ask me why you forsaken me. Don't ask none of that because I already told you what you should be doing. You ain't listening. So it's people that can hear that voice and ignore it. There's people that can hear that voice and do it. And there are people, unfortunately, that can't hear nothing but the rocks rattle around in their head. I'm telling you, sometimes give me a round of applause if you think sometimes you feel like you got superpowers. Because you can see or you can hear something that you like, don't y'all hear that? Don't you see? Do you see this? And everybody else over there, like they got a head full of rocks and marbles. Like, I don't hear nothing. I don't see nothing. Man, you tripping. You always tripping. You always scary acting. You got friends and family around you keep telling you, you just, man, you always scary. You always acting like a little punk. You always this, you always that. You may be that friend that they call the killjoy. Debbie Downer. You may be the Debbie Downer of your family. Because everybody is just interested in having freaking fun. Everybody want to feel good all the freaking time. Everybody want to smile and laugh all the time. Hard work is not fun. You will not be smart. My freaking hands and my feet is swollen for the work I've been doing on this land for the last couple of days. It's not fun all the time, but I know I gotta do it. Something is driving me. Does it make sense? Absolutely not. It don't make sense to me. I'm not going to keep trying to explain it because it don't make sense. When I try to explain it, I stop myself like, that's stupid. We got a rough road ahead of us. But do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. You've been through a lot. You have been through a lot. If you've been through a lot, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand if you've been through a lot. Please raise your hand if you've been through it. You've been through the fire. You've been through things that you couldn't verbally explain to nobody else because if they didn't see it, they wouldn't believe it. If you've been through that kind of fire, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you start telling a story of the fire and the trials and tribulations that you've been through, and your story is so incredible, nobody even believes you. They think you just relishing the story to make it palatable. Your story could turn out to be a #1 best-selling book because your story is so incredible. You've been through the fire. Raise your hand. And now I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to end this video with this. You've been through it, but do not forget to be thankful for his grace. Because you are here right now raising your hand on YouTube because you are still alive here on this rock to tell your story that people won't believe. That's how you know you've been through the fire. You're still here to tell the story. You're still here to write it down. You survived through that. You made it through where you can look back at all your friends and family. How many of your friends and family have fallen and they ain't had even half of the fire that you've been through, but they was not able to make it through? Your friends, some of them have been laid to rest because they could not handle the fire and the flames that you've been through. They couldn't handle it. You are charred all over your body and charred in your mind from the flames you've been walking through for 30, 40, 50 years. But you are here to write a book or to tell your story on social media or in a book or word for word. You are here when others could not make it through. How many people have died trying to do what you have accomplished? How many people have fallen because they could not even do what you have already accomplished? And you still here. And you still moving forward. So be thankful. You don't have to stop moving to be thankful. You don't have to stop what you're doing, drop to your knees and be thankful on the go. If you got a minute, drop to your knees, be thankful. You can write, I'm thankful. You can text, I'm thankful. And who is the message going to? Say the Father. It's going to come back a mailer demon, unsent. He heard it. I don't care how you do it, please. Give gratitude, give thanks, and be thankful that you are still here to share your journey with the rest of the world. And the people, when you think ain't nobody looking, when you think ain't nobody listening, that's when you realize, man, you might think two or three people heard you, but you didn't even realize you were in a coliseum of people listening. You couldn't even see them. You didn't even know. But they was listening, and whatever you said or whatever you did or whatever experience that you shared with them helped them. It saved their life. And you don't even know. Some of your words, the byproduct of some of the things that you've said and shared with people, have saved lives that you will never know about. Be thankful for that. Be thankful that you were not scared to speak up. Be thankful that you were not scared in the face of the enemy or the face of danger, that you was not scared to say what you needed to say and get that out, because it may harm you, but you probably saved a village. And that's what we're here for. With that being said, I am so thankful that I know you. I am so thankful that we met somewhere along the way in this life, whether in person or on social media. I am so thankful that I was able to find my voice and share my journey with people. I am so thankful that I am humble enough to shut up and listen when it counts. I have nothing to prove. I'm so thankful. I hope you stop and take a second and show your gratitude and let the Father know how thankful you are even to be here to tell your story. With that being said, Live Farmer 73, I love y'all and I'm out. I am so thankful. Thank you.